Okay. I don't actually know where all of the descriptions of the sessions went, but yeah, this one is from getting out more of your daily meetings and to see how it's done in the Scrum framework, and if you get some pointers how to do daily meetings more effectively or even more fun. So that's the topic of the session. Okay, my name is Kristo-Mikko Daniel, so everybody practically calls me Chris. That's my Twitter word, of course. You? Yeah. So what I do, I'm an agile specialist at Druid here in Finland, and I've been practicing stuff about agile since 2007. Well, even previously, but like a full-time job. I'm certified Scrum professional, and I'm also a diving instructor, so I teach also in my free time, and coaching in my free time, and also I'm an ad, so I'm coaching there also. So mostly I'm coaching or training. Yeah, enough about me. That's actually me diving in at the cave. Daily meetings. How many of you have been feeling that your daily meetings are boring routine? Cool, I feel it. Maybe you get something out of it. I don't know. Oh. Have you ever been to a meeting, daily meeting, that felt totally useless? Point, show of hands. Yeah, there's a few. Nice. So there's even people who always feel that their daily meetings are useful. Because not all hands came up. Okay, cool. Probably you guys are project managers or product owners or okay, cool. What kind of formats have you used for your daily meetings? You can shout freely.
Well, that format exactly.
Okay, that's one. Anything else?
Standing up meeting where you tell what you have done and what you're going to do and if you have any questions.
Cool. Some other format someone wants to share?
We sometimes use it to discuss a few short personal things, to get a good idea of what your teammates are doing as persons rather than just robots working together.
Cool. So like reflecting the personas.
Yeah, I guess. Like, oh, yeah, what have you been up to last night? We usually spend the first 2-3 minutes chatting a bit.
Cool. Bonding and team building. Nice idea. Yeah. Anything else? I'm usually a stupid guy who asks stupid questions. That's why I'm presenting, so that I'm asking you guys. Okay. Who has heard the 3 questions format in Scrum framework? Who is familiar with those? Okay. In Scrum, your daily meeting is called a daily Scrum. And you have 3 questions you have to answer. Not talk about anything else. So the focus is around the sprint goal. What did you do yesterday that helped the team development meet the sprint goal? This is what the Scrum guide says. That's one of the questions. Usually people say, what did I do yesterday or last? But they usually forget about the goal. It should always be about your sprint goal and your team's common interest about achieving the sprint goal. Second question, what will I do today to help the development team meet the sprint goal? The development team is, of course, a weird word for people who don't know Scrum framework. Everybody inside the Scrum team who is working, if it's testing, programming, even drawing layouts and so on, they are all equal, they are all addressed as a development team. And the third one, do I see any impediments or impediment that prevents me or the development team from meeting the sprint goal? Okay, so the 3 questions. Always focus on the sprint goal. Okay, this is something you can get from the Scrum guide directly. Are there any Scrum Masters here? Either certified or someone who works as a Scrum Master? Few? Nice. Do we have any project managers or project leaders here? Or senior coders who lead a development team? Cool. Quite diverse. So probably you guys have been conducting daily meetings. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. What is the purpose of daily Scrum or a daily meeting? Any ideas? Sorry? Yeah?
Making sure everybody knows what they're doing.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
The team unlocking each other.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Anything else? Some ideas?
Knowledge sharing.
Yeah, sure.
Can I disagree? Kind of. Knowledge sharing is, I feel, usually daily scrums, we get what everybody's doing, and then those 2 guys start speaking about the one feature, and then there's 8 guys listening to that one feature, and there are others.
So you need to stop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there might be quite a couple of pointers for you later on.
Good.
Good. Hopefully. Okay. Well, if there's Scrum Masters, at least certified Scrum Masters, they should know this, but usually people don't. The sole purpose for daily meetings or daily Scrums is to synchronize. So, inside the team, we are all synchronized. I know what you have been doing, what you're doing next, and so on. Synchronization. This is usually something that people drop off. People just answer the 3 questions and go about it. And as you pointed out, there will be people that will be discussing of some feature and others aren't even interested about that. That's not about synchronization, because you want to synchronize the team. Where are we now? What needs to be achieved next? Because we are a team. We are interested about the synchronization of the team. And in the Scrum Guide, there's also small fine print after the synchronization and create a plan for the next 24 hours. So, until the next time we meet. Okay. How do we achieve the synchronization? That's the funny part. Do we achieve those by just answering the 3 questions? Sometimes, yeah. But usually it goes so that people aren't interested in some things. Let's say you have testers, coders, maybe even designers inside a team, and there's these small silos. Maybe some of you have had those. Designers aren't that interested what the coders are doing, or the testers are not interested what the designers are doing. And that way you get those discussions that you have only 2 persons speaking and there's like 6 persons in the meeting who aren't interested in it at all. So, how to tackle it? Evolution. Well, that's a good step to start with the 3 questions, but you can go a lot further, because the purpose of the daily meeting isn't to answer the 3 questions. The purpose is synchronization. So you can play around with that. Well, not your purpose, nice.
Totally.
Yeah. No. So the first one, the most familiar one would be the answer the 3 questions yourself. What did I do yesterday? What I'm going to do next? Do I see any problems achieving the sprint goal? Okay, that's the first step, good place to start. And you don't discuss about anything else during the daily meeting. Because as the Scrum guide states, it's maximum of 15 minutes. If you want to talk about something else, do it after the daily meeting. Don't waste the team's time. Well, how to get people more interested about the things people are doing inside the team and achieve better synchronization. You can answer the 3 questions on behalf of the specific team member. So I have to know what you're doing. I have to synchronize myself with you. What have you been doing so I can answer for you in the daily meeting? Those 3 questions. I know Rade has been doing this, and he's doing next that thing, and he has this and this kind of problems. Now we have achieved synchronization between 2 people. And I have to take an interest to be ready and to be able to answer the questions for him. Well, you can play this even further. Answer the 3 questions on behalf of a random team member. This is where it gets tricky. Because you have to be interested about everybody inside the team. So I wouldn't be answering what Rade has been doing today. I have to answer what Lauri has been doing today. And I don't know it beforehand. It will be randomly selected during the daily meeting. And by that, we will achieve better synchronization between the team, because people have to take an interest of the things people are doing inside the team. And we can go still deeper. Answer the 3 questions on behalf of several random team members. So if somebody's cheating, so I know what 3 guys are doing, and I'm kind of having playing around, betting that I will answer either this or this guy. But if I have to answer, might be so that even one guy in the team tells whatever the whole team has been doing, whoever. You might be answering for a few guys or the whole team even. So they need to synchronize and take interest what people are working on, what people are doing, and what are our common goals. After, when your team is so mature with this synchronization and they have achieved that level of synchronization, that they are constantly interested in what people are doing inside the team, they can even move on from the 3 questions. Because they don't need to answer or ask them at all, because they're already synced. Because I have to be able to answer whoever in my team is, answer on behalf of them. So I don't actually need to anymore answer the 3 questions. We can move on and ask, how can I provide assistance? Because I know what you're doing. Can I help you with something? But this is only what, like, when you have really, really mature teams that are really interested about what people are doing. And of course, people like to dwell on their own old habits, and they will go back that they are not interested. When you're going to that mode that you're not asking the 3 questions and things get a little bit boring, you can start doing those again and revive the inspiration and the will for the team to take interest and synchronize what people are doing and working as a team. I'm starting to close this presentation and start asking again stupid questions. What would you like to get from today's meeting? It's a good question to ask yourself before you're going to a daily meeting. What do I want to get from this meeting? So if it's clear to me, I don't waste anybody else's time. That's it. Thank you. Any questions? Shoot.
About randomly knowing the answers to the 3 questions, do you think that that might actually be having these like one-on-one daily meetings in order to know the answer
Yeah.
to these questions?
It will induce such behavior inside the team that people are going to go ask. And they will start by doing that. They go and ask the questions between 2 guys. But it will shift because it will feel funny. Because you start doing that at first. It will feel funny, and that's not normal behavior for you. So you will find a other way to synchronize what the other person is doing. You don't do ask those 3 questions anymore. You go, hey, what are you doing with? How have you progressed from yesterday? Can I help you with something? And then you might even turn it so that when you go to the daily meeting, you will go there and do it. We did stuff together. We did this awesome feature. It will change. You will start by doing the 3 questions between 2 guys, having these mini daily meetings, but it will shift quite fast into a different kind of synchronization mode, because it's kind of pretentious to ask those 3 questions.
Do you have a tip on how to avoid the one-on-one meeting so that the same person doesn't have to tell the same story to each member of the team outside of the Scrum meeting in order to synchronize the what's my status and what did I do yesterday and what are my obstacles?
This is getting to rise up the interest inside the team about what people are doing and doing it together as a team. It will start by having people where have if you have 6 persons inside a team, you will have 6 times 6 dailies. Yes, it will start with that, but it will move on to more conversation and more doing together things when you get synchronized automatically without these artificial questions. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah.
How well does it scale? If, for example, you happen to have 14 people in a team.
Well, the rule of thumb about the amount of people in teams with people so that it functions is maximum 7 plus minus 2. So you might think
I was
of
figuring that out.
dividing the teams, because you have so many communications network points there, nodes, so it gets really complex. And it will take a lot of overhead.
Yeah, it creates that. Yes.
Yeah. Anything else?
Have you had issues with the developer is actually interested in his or else own tasks and not genuinely interested in the total status of the whole project?
Yeah, so he has personal goals inside.
Well, yeah, but kind of, yeah, that the person is only interested in his own tasks.
Yeah, sure. There you need to have team building things. For example, the random thing. So you have to take an interest towards, or doing some sort of, let's say, pair programming or doing something together, and using something like that as a method like force people to play with together. It's sometimes tricky, and some people are really introvert, so that they don't want to open up and they want to be in their own bubble. And you have to have like space, so you can't force things, but you can like do subtle changes. So you might get people taking more like team approach than individual approach.
So this is a little bit same thing, but I've been thinking about taking the goal approach more in our team. But there's always bunch with tasks that really are not like they don't actually have anything to do with the actual goals.
Yeah.
So are you recommending that you just don't say anything in those situations, or
Who sets the goal for the team?
right?
Why?
Well, the team sets the goal, but the product owner leads it.
Yeah, it should be, if you're talking about Scrum teams, the sprint goal should be common. So the team should be involved of drawing the goal.
Absolutely, but still there will be tasks. There usually are tasks that don't like reflect the sprint goal, or they may be from the last sprint some endings of tasks or something like that. So
Yeah, that's usually a bit dangerous place. You should try to get real.
no, but in the real world that's how it goes. So
Yeah, but that's something you should maybe use some time to investigate why those tasks are coming from the last sprint. Why is there something wrong with the estimates, or should the tasks be done a different way or something like that?
okay. But anyway, when this thing comes, are you saying that we don't actually discuss the tasks that someone has done yesterday if it doesn't like have to do anything with the sprint goal?
Everything you do inside a sprint should advance.
Yeah, but if it doesn't, then I agree, because I don't know if it's beneficial for everyone to know that I was doing this thing if it doesn't move the sprint goal forward, but still.
Yeah. Also, the thing that usually why people have incomplete tasks in a sprint, and then they take them to the next sprint. People are taking too much stuff inside their sprints. You could experiment with that you take a lot fewer tasks to the sprint and see when they are done, then take something more.
But people get sick.
Yeah, of course, there's surprises and so on, but you can, let's say you have 2 weeks sprint, you could even take all the tasks for 1 week. That's usually the better way than to take too much. It makes the work more productive usually, and what I've been seeing, and also it gets you better velocity when you don't like continuously just move on with sprints, but the work stays the same. Okay, we're drifting away from daily meetings, but that's okay. Something else?
How do you generally deal with people who don't seem to be at all interested in daily meetings, and with what they can need to do as a developer and as a part of a team?
You can gamify those things, like
Mini games.
yeah, that you can have like, let's say, some sort of points or rewards for that you take an interest or be active or anything like that. And of course you can force people. It's not usually not the good place or good way to go, but if you force me to tell every day that I have to know what Lava has done and what he's doing next, you can force that. Or enforce that, let's say. But that's usually a good thing to take people outside of their comfort zone. Because then people start to explore and they will get more productive and more interested in what they're doing. And that way more passionate.
Do you think about, well, one is answering to these 3 questions, is it better to keep it or to have it a bit more informative, or say stuff in like a general level? Let's say you have a developers, designers, and testers.
Yeah.
And then the developer starts saying that, okay, I'm working this ticket 1, 2, 3, and blah, blah, blah. Other than just saying that I'm working on this shopping cart, for example.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Which way is better for AdvanScrum?
I think in the start, when you're starting, when the team isn't mature, then you start with something formal like the 3 questions. But when the team matures, then you could start moving on with the discussion on that point forward, that you have like big goals, let's say the shopping cart or whatever it was, and you can then move on to like, I did this hugely, insanely cool feature to our shopping list, and that's something that might inspire the team to do. And, hey, we are doing something awesome here, and together it's enjoyable. But usually when you start with something formal, and when people mature more and start working together, then it's a good idea to go more informal and more like goal-driven, that we're all doing this awesome thing. And I want to join you to make that awesome thing. Did I answer it?
Yes, so quickly recap. So first, in the beginning, more informal, or not informal,
More formal.
informative,
Yeah.
and then later on more like general.
Yeah, because people have the idea what we are doing and what we're building and so on. And then people will move on to those that anticipated problems and impediments that are rising and how to solve those. And people are already in sync with each other, more than things. Something else still? Okay, thank you.